I think everything is okay. I got everything I need. Oh, there we go. No, I didn't fix anything. Ugh, right. I didn't know how it's broken. It's like you fix alerts, I don't know why it's broken. Alright. Wait a minute. Wait, how much has it been? Dawntrail was released in May? June, was it? Was it June? Honestly, I'm just going. Yeah, about a year. How about that? About a year? Is that crazy? God damn. Okay. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Zoe. I gather you received our message. Please wait here while I fetch ground grab. Hi, Kippy. I got a muffin. You see how I talked while I had some of the muffin inside my mouth to illustrate even further that I have a muffin? Thank you for coming on such short notice, and forgive us for sending you so soon after your trials in the void. Now then, we aren't actually the ones who require your presence with Aaronville. He stopped by recently, you see, and he asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. I hope you're doing good, Kippy, by the way. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting that my streamer etiquette has never been this low. Hope you're doing good. Hope everything's good in life. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. I mean the day itself and not the ice cream thing that they call Sunday. I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he's supposed to be away on a long expedition. Just don't come back. Well, he must have been oh, that does work again. But he must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there's someone who he wishes Zoe to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business at the studio, so we'll look for him there. Oh my god. Ah, jump skirt. I don't know what this is with teleporting, but I always feel like we can teleport in the canon. There is teleportation canon. I always wonder how many. Like, if he had 2 locations, how much like army? How much of the army could you teleport? Ah, where's Aaronville? I don't see him. I gotta sit straight because everything is so tied up.
Aaronville!
Ah, it looks so pretty.
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important. I chanced upon some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
Bailey, my beloved.
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Well, it seems you've lost her.
Did she wander off?
sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her, the adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain she's no ordinary woman. I'm Uklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
I've missed her.
Truly
I gotta admit.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course, of course. Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The Rite of Succession. Taking the form of a contest, it will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning.
I know this has nothing to do with anything right now, but I hope we eat late. I hope dinner is late because this muffin is gonna kill me so much. And it's gonna be terrible. If we eat early, oh, it's like not a life this year.
I was searching for champions to join me when Erenville told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our star.
I was a little scared of Shadowburn. I was kind of scared.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
Now you know why. You'll come to Tural, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wuklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihuela is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with two heads besides. He's also my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
So that is the way of it. My apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land,
God.
and nothing about your parentage.
He went flying. That was what, 3-4 steps?
But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me.
That's true.
Now, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valyarmanda. Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
Is strictly a rumor, nothing more?
Well, the details of the contest have yet to be announced. But the rumors come from someone involved in the preparations. So I'd say there's more than a grain of truth to them.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the letter to Grandfather.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Ooh. Okay. Well, it is interesting. Should I go Viper? Because it's going to be an instant area, right? I'm not for that. The chance not to. Okay. Just give him a brain to wake up. The chance is to see not only Terrell, but the fabled Golden City besides. It's the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. Let's begin to rectify it by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner we suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable occasion for a hunt, however. I was at the guild earlier. I learned about the petition from researchers on the Isles of Ham. You went there not long ago and killed some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinary docile fauna have grown savage. I believe that they have been unsettled by some matter of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. Or if you hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. The island isn't far, and would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've only honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Terrell. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or I'll end it before we have a chance to get acquainted. One sec. Yeah, fucking bad bot. Okay, and before we can prove ourselves capable of dependable companions. Oh, no, it's part of the. That was an odd pause. My apologies, but I must seek to do some preparations. Before I go on and hack to the owl, I will join you as soon as possible. The rest of you are ready. Now let's head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Me? Hi. How's it going? Harbor. The closest. So. Hope you're having a lovely day. This would be instant area. Maybe some panel leveling every day. Should do that. Okay, I will go as Viper. So we have to take a ship. Ugh, our only base has food on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt. Go, let's go. I think damage would be nicer in instant area than tanking. Ah, it's
From
pretty.
here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Oh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. I know. So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Anyhow.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
That they do. How are you doing?
You
Hope
really
you're
are
doing good.
knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
I feel that. I'm a little tired too. I had to wake myself up a little bit. Those midday naps
This brother
or
of yours,
dips
he has been to
in energy
Charlie.
are dangerous. They really are dangerous.
He has. Kono's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in the city. He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studio. Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
I love them so much. Oh, I love them too much. Okay, I need. Hopefully, they don't make me lock in because I know it's gonna take a minute before the first dungeon, which I'm glad because the dungeon. The dungeon is fun. It's
there, the building to the northeast.
Please don't make me lock in.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that think to try me. Right, let's bust our fill.
Akroma is tanking. Oh, now. My reawakening ability just seems so powerful, honestly.
Look, someone's in trouble.
Crazy.
Yeah, taste my axe.
There's the girl, you got all the side. That's all this bro. You know not the tank. You know, funny enough, if I would want to express some shade, I've had people think worse than what he's doing right now. And again, it's not fair, you know, this program. Oh, thank goodness you've come. I think you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are! Zoe, the adventure who saved our star without admitting it was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here, but then I suddenly found myself surrounded. You will find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment. Okay.
You really are famous.
Little bit. Little bit.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Look at him. He was kind of behind me. My #1 fan.
Quite
Guahatia.
an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner?
Oh, sorry.
Let's go and have a chat.
He's bald. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. It's me. If I just continue as my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origin has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we do not dare to go back. We task us to cue any threats you find, and search for traces of the beast responsible for all of this. If you should find anything at all, we should be most grateful if you would share it with us.
I'll handle this.
That sounds good. Who's limit breaking? God damn, okay. Alright, geez, okay.
Is that all?
I've got 20
Come
seconds on this.
Let's pick up the creature's trail.
Find revenge beast remains, torn shut by
These
sharp
claw marks.
talons.
I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Let's be over here. Oh, there it is. You find feathers are scattered about the ground. There are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
Oh, I see poo-poo, I guess. The cloying stench of fresh leavings fills your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
Oh, we're gonna eat that. Can you get us another limit break?
I suppose they're upset we disturbed their home.
Yeah, I think you have the right call.
Who knows? If they're spoiling
I was into a dungeon with two Kang. Alright.
Let's head back and report what we found.
I cannot jump off this. Okay. Why did I miss that? Remember, as a tank, it's your job to be
Powerful wings
massaged.
and razor-sharp talons.
We like the whole
Worthy
thing.
prey. Ah! What is that thing?
Mocking you.
It speaks?
It's an awesome looking creature.
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Okay.
Come, Wuklamat.
Right.
Oh my god, Gra, that was like, you know, it wasn't just like, let's go. It was like demanding. It does look so pretty here.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat. Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Do it.
Also you like bird, I'm going to have the last laugh.
Okay, I think it has some interesting mechanic.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you. Ah, shut up already, you blasted bird!
Oh, Garcia's healing. Garcia's so interesting. He's like an all round class. I've seen him tank, I've seen him heal, I've seen him.
Look out!
Oh, don't worry.
I've never seen such an enormous collar.
Not good. Quickly,
Guys.
gather together.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't not like the way. Wait. That's good. You can do that!
Steady now.
You can do it. Dark Knight, PvP. I'm good. I got it. Upgrader.
Spread out, everyone.
You pay for that.
God damn it. Oh. Okay, that we had 30 seconds for that. Okay. Oh god, no, okay, I need to save him. I'm sorry, friends first. There we go.
Thank you.
Here. I don't think he will stand there. go. So.
That was hardly a tickle.
You can do a little bit of damage. Yeah. That bird is nothing. That's why I'm just. The limit break. Oh my gosh, use the spin.
Nothing to it. We have you now, you
There we go.
love
My big damage.
Throw everything you have at it.
I just like this works mechanics. That's pretty chill. Yeah, be gone.
And I had barely limbered up.
Okay, it's been.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Was I then?
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt. But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
What do you mean?
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me.
I give it a hydrate. Nuke him, Crown. Nuke the shit out of him.
Cryle!
I am terribly, terribly
Hi,
sorry
Joey.
to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you.
Got the earring.
In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft.
It's been granted.
As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute.
I think that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer.
Duels.
With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy.
And it does damage.
As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Aww. So sweet.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant.
Dawn servant as a like a title goes so hard.
What does the letter say?
I think it goes hard.
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Tuliyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If father had written this, he would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
Yeah, I know. Food. Food. I mean, it's a bird. I don't know. I mean, it might. It might taste pretty good with some stuff. involved you properly cook it. I don't think it's the worst thing beast I would eat. But while I pacified and the research is safe, our task is complete. It just leaves the matter of the cooler we need. Better or for worse, there's only one place we can take it here in Charlotte, the last stand. Go. I'll see what Dickon can cook up for us. That's not how I say it off stream. That's not how I say the name off stream, but I want to be polite. I'm gonna be polite on stream. Well, I can't say that extra on stream, Kippy. But you can imagine if you like. That's up for you. Hi, Hemingway. Hello. Hello. Oh no, there's a famished face if I've ever seen one. What can I get you for you, Zoe? Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me. It's just a recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors. And for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, dear. Free food! Richard. Yeah, that's what I call him off stream. Richard. That's it.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together.
Does that look good? Opinions?
I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
Yeah, they're literally the one place in Charlotte where you can get good food. Literally.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so
Oh.
soft? It's not like
Ah,
you
you
don't
got
have
me.
spicy food in Tural, too.
That is not. That is. Yeah. She's praying
According
to her
Dickon,
ancestors.
intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice.
What the hell? And we know who that Trevor is, don't we?
So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
Butterfly effect.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
That's good. Okay.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Can we call him Sunderville or something? He's being a tsundere.
I see.
That the woman
I see.
eat. That's what I'm saying, Kippy.
All this time you were from Tural.
See how big she is?
Would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd
Muscular?
like to ask.
Proteins he needs daily is important.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead.
This is canon. Look. I have like taken like 2 bites out of mine. It's so canon. It's me. I like this
Since
cup so
ancient
much.
times,
Oh.
Many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
I ate more than that. I'm sorry. This is a joke. Maybe 10 years ago I would be eating that much. Okay. 80 years ago.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Big, that's a big piece of meat. That would be my whole dinner.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy.
He would eat as much as Maklama. Yeah, I can.
Including
I can
myself,
see that.
there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
Hi, Soul. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Did you enjoy the time going forward an hour?
A man who is too ambitious by half.
You're like twice as tall as me, Kippy, so yes, of course.
Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war. I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal?
What do you think, chat? Shall we?
You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Yeah. Go ahead. God, yeah, I was giggling. Oh. Whether Bukama has the making of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that he deeply cares for a nation and her people. Whatever you choose to help her, though, it's for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, this past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner. Expect her highness needed to have her royal meal. It should come by the Annika later. Till then. Ooh, I get to choose food. Sandwich. Thank you. I don't really have much space left. But... I have a few things. I'm fine for a bit. Gartia is mulling over what you have learned and working on a plan. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Woklamon's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider inflation. Why not use it to learn more about Terrell? Numenor is bound to have some information on the continent. It certainly wouldn't hurt to be better informed. Quite right. Not only would it be help to make you an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, it would be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend. Let's be off to the archives. Oh, I should. Ah! Well, right. Look at this person. We got the ball daisy and like, got a whole like building. Pretty cool. Is it this way? No, this is right. What's this? This is just. Okay. Students, we got students. That looks. That looks like a teacher. I don't know. Maybe student. Is it just living quarters? I guess it is. Pudding Way! Hey, what are you doing here? I was reading. I guess my pudding wasn't need to stop violence after all, but I persevere. Once people taste it, they'll be even happier than they were before the apocalypse started. I just know it. That's a cool building. Look at that. Alright. I do love this place. Let's start over here. A blue covered book. Principle of blue magic and spell acquisition. The origin of blue magic can be traced back to the esoteric practices of the Wallaki, a tribe in the distant continent of Terrell. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and seeking to cultivate their spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them, and I trained in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember. They were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred ground. It is so named for the selenium deposit that developed the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under Shaman's watchful eye, I managed to master the wild keys art and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtlessly gleaned, is for the significance it holds the Waka key. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. Oh, yeah. It's impossible to adequately discuss Eurasian cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Dawntrail. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, even the ubiquitous potato, these crops and more that regularly graze Eurasian dining tables trace their origin to the New World, as the place is known to most. The tale of this culinary implication begins in the year 1498 of the 6th asteroid era, when the Minson sailor named Cataram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. Cataram spent several moons exploring the inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamuya. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he alone with the British throne freely. So wait, did that happen 80 years ago? Are we in like the year 1560 or some shit? That's pretty interesting to know, right? Cataram had returned to Tyrell several times, but during his first expedition, he charted the land and gathered root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Windsor. The most notable of these was the potato, which ease of cultivation and natural nutritional values saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eurasia. Produce was far from the only bounty for Cataram's expedition to Tyrell. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as the of the Golden City reach our shores by the way of ship. His ship. Those outside of Cataram's circle, Tyrell Lodge remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Food good. That's basically what I thought. To paraphrase, I'd say. The flora and fauna of Tyrell. Equine has given the rise to unique okay, that one just didn't go well. Equine has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tyrell is no exception. Hi, hello, hi Jack. Hope you're doing good. Yet, while some of our creatures have become a familiar sight in Eurasia, many more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca. Accustomed to Tyrell's cracky mountain ranges, this four-legged beastskin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft, white fleece is highly prized by beavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. This ferocious skillkin native to the dense jungles of Tyrell, Amuja have succeeded in taming them and utilize their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it would come to us to no surprise that the river is also employed as a siege beast. Animal fortification cannot long withstand his horn-root rampage. Vali Kamada! Tyrell folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. It might, who knows? Let's begin by comparing the lines in the sand, the geopolitics of Hideout. Let's begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the three great continents and Tyrell. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the farthest of both northern and southern hemispheres, and the difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal immigration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. A case in point is the Elegants, who rose to power in Avenant before inventing path east into Ilzabla. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Guardians. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Tyrell waged war with one another for generations, stemmed by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. Tribes hanging from frozen lands buried beneath the desert zone, while those that tried in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. This was the way of it until the leader of Mamuja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. It is a testament to the autarch's greatness. Having perused a wide selection of books relating to Tyrell, you are somewhat better informed about the potential of this destination. Guatia will be eager to know what you have discovered. If you wish to read these books again, speak with the reference page. Guatia. He hasn't moved. He hasn't moved a single time. He is enjoying that book. He's not even reading a book. Scour the library to your satisfaction. Review excellent. While there are a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tyrell, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let's continue this outside. Remember to not take kindly to chatter. I'm getting teleported? Alan, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find reference to Dawntrail in it. Among them, anything in particular pique your interest? I was rather taken with the tale of Catamaran. Ah yes, the renowned Winston explorer who traversed the Indian Deep and discovered the unknown West. In his accomplishment and there, he traveled Trail extensively and even forged a friendship with the Dawn Servant. If we were able to meet Catamaran, what things we could learn. Alas, all this happened 94 years ago, and he may not be alive to tell us tales. Moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Trail? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. I learned about Valgamana. Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against that fell beast? Unfortunately, I find scant details on the would-be prey. One source simply described it as an enormous winged creature with skills hard to steal that rules the skies. I should like to see it in my own eyes, assuming it even exists. I thought I heard familiar voices. Fancy running into the two of you here. Well. Have some reach of your own, do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Guardian people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Dawntrail, we will next look to foster relations with other nations. It includes former Imperial provinces. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of different races and ideologies might engage with one another. Well, up to two of you, what endeavor brings you here to this day? I've been invited. I have been invited to compete in the Olympics. An issue composed of the disparate peoples of Dawntrail. And actually, it is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read up on Dawntrail ourselves. Tuyoyo. The contest is, Zoe is the only one allowed to help Wakuma. There was no mention of such restriction, as I recall. On the contrary, Wakuma gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I think I know how to make the most of our respite. Follow me. Often though, we have plenty to do. I say, wait. The seem our plans have changed. If you'll excuse me. Dun, 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 dun. They never could rest on their laurels. Go, let's return to the annex. Yes, I will teleport now. Speak goodbye to you again. Oh, we're speaking on the bridge. But snowy. It's a bit snowy, sadly.
it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story. What about you, my friend?
Alright.
Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
I'm still undecided, to be honest. Seems narratively better, you know?
I don't blame you. No matter the assurances, it's no simple thing to wade into the midst of a political struggle, and in a foreign land at that. How about this then? Instead of deciding here, go there first and then decide. In the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not?
Damn good. Good speech.
Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think.
He said to think. Oh
It's
my
enough
god.
to stir me to the core.
Here. Feel. Think.
Life is a series
Fish!
of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another. But there's an idea.
Sure, right.
I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Oh, it's a minute. He's gutting it. That's really nice. They made it well. I think Scions all have their moments, but I think I do think Graha, Tancred, and Stinian, and Oranje too, have been like the best written as like an actual friend of like actually like that sort of like meaningful connection of friendship that I think we've had moments with that. And it just kind of pains me because if you think about it, it's like Ishtola has been we have had gags with her. We joke around with Ishtola, and that's fine. Life and friendship has to be the same. But I feel like it's been a minute since we really had that moment where it's like Ishtola was dealing with something. Like she confessed something that was like meaningful with her, you know? It's like Clarice cares about first and about going back there. Then he's very strong. He's a very strong lady. So I don't it's not like a awful thing that he doesn't do it. I'm just saying it's like I wouldn't mind if like Ishtola would like bear her weaknesses once in a while. Feels like it's nice. It is nice. Welcome back, Zoe. If you're looking for Makoma, he's currently with the others in your chambers. If you like, I can go and fetch him for you. Yes. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. Ooh, I get to go in. You're coming down. Objective fulfilled. Okay, this place is awesome though. Okay. That has to be. Oh god, I'm bad with names. That's off. See, I know it. I know it. It's in there. Like, I know it's in there in my head. I'm putting it in my head. It's just not coming out. We got King Mughal. We got the Far East. Okay. That is. Oh, that looks familiar, actually. Huh. I'm not entirely sure. We got the wait, Allah's Law, or like the is that I don't know. More Allah's Law, I think. That looks like the first? Not the first? That's weird. Huh. Maybe I'm yapping. It's one of the primals we fell in love with, right? That's this guy. Garuda, there we go. Oh my god. Alright. This ginormous map that does not have Dawntrail areas in there. I hate the map so much because like most of the provinces, well, the colonies of Golemod are just covered by clouds, and visually looks great. But I really want to know what the provinces are like. I need to know. I want to look at them.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it. But
Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tural will be its own reward.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
I mean, sure, why not?
Alphano, Alize! What are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that!
First impressions last.
'Tis an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphano Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alize.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors.
Especially because it's not a great nation to everyone outside, because the whole empire
We
thing.
believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
God, I'm giving them.
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about. I haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor. Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
But, Raha...
So sweet.
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
Thank you, Raha. Thank you.
Well, looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
Give him a ladder.
There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loperids. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies. The site of your next great adventure, Tural.
Hi, Liba. Thank you for the pet. Gratia, my beloved. So true. So true. And Emerville. Ooh. We got good taste here. We got okay, alright. That's the actual official Walker. Oh. That's the actual ending. What, 6.5? I assume that's 6.5. I did. Although I did kind of felt like I finished Walker before all this because I started the stream today meeting Wakoma is the first thing I did, so it's the intro to Dawntrail, I feel like. But that's how they connect again. That is how they connect to expansion, so it's fine. Yeah. The art is so nice. It really is. We got Crown. I think it was was it the Shadow Brand? No, it was the Endwalker thing. It was like a full Endwalker art that they did, and they left Crown out of it. They had every Scion, and Crown was not there, and everyone was like, I remember that. Yeah, Endwalker MSQ was so big, post was still good, now it's good traveling a post, you know? It's hard to, it's hard to, like, you know, but, I really did like post Endwalker because it gave us Golbaz and Zero, which are both characters I absolutely love. I love those characters, and I hope we get to see them in the future. I would absolutely love to see them come back at some point. It would be such a tragedy. It would be such a tragedy to forget them. I always hoped the Stormblood Fordella would come back somehow. In story, maybe there's side mission I don't know about. If there are side missions with her, I should do those. I should figure those out. But I assume we at some point go back to 13. That seems like a setup for like a later expansion, you know? That's like it has to be a clear. It has to be a clear setup. To be honest, Final Fantasy 14 is the only Final Fantasy game I played, so I didn't know Golbez came from a different Final Fantasy game. Oh, okay, so a little fun thing I could say. Final Fantasy 14 is the only Final Fantasy game I've also played, but a lot of Final Fantasy 14, including certain characters, certain names, and certain bosses, trials, and even gear, right? They come from a lot of other Final Fantasies, and I don't know either, right? But I think certain expansions are geared towards one Final Fantasy. I know was Dawntrail more? I think Dawntrail was Final Fantasy 9, I believe. I don't remember the other ones, but it's fun. It must be. It's like it's correct. Okay, that's good. I think it's really fun. That makes it really fun. I think that makes it fun, especially if you are you've been an active Final Fantasy fan since like I don't know the beginning, or even like probably Final Fantasy 7. That's probably a lot of people I know. Probably started that there. It's like, oh, it's like a neat reference. I like that. Okay, I saw the art. I can morally skip this now. Alright, that's the official act. I wonder. Are we now officially in 0.0? Lest you wonder about your passage to Rail, Ironville will arrange a ship to his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you. A rugged and ready knapsack may serve you well in your coming adventure. Oh, that's it. Okay. Now I'm not sure when the departure will be, but I'm also sure that I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. The one thing it's the backpack I can equip. No. Meanwhile, in Minsa.
When does the next ship set sail?
May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen. I suppose I'll head west this time.
West, you say?
He has not seen the east, right? Technically. But then you have been to the east, though. Meanwhile, in Old Charlotte. Ahaha. Makes he walk like that.
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
You ever like looked up or like heard to like, you know, word of mouth like how old the canon ages are of the Scions, and they're all like in their 20s, and it's like This man walks around like a 40-year-old. I'm sorry, but like he's not 26 or 27. That's not. I would not believe that. It's not true.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay no further and secure passage on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to
He's
remember.
looking at me directly. Funny.
Come, my friend. We make for Taral.
It's interesting. I think the sounds I liked in the beginning of this game, the sounds I like now is like kind of shifted over time. I used to really, really not like Tancred, but he's like top 5 of these right now.
Tell me,
It's weird.
have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north?
No, haven't been there.
The fabled golden cities of the New World?
Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of the new adventure nigh. Row forward to break horizon's bond, and track the gilded path of dawn? Was that it? Is that what it said? I was fast enough for that one. Welcome back, Zoe. I've just had a word from Evanville. It seems he's managed to secure passage to Corral aboard a guild ship of vessel. But don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform me Travel's companions. It should only take a moment. What was I talking about? The silence, yeah. I feel like... I think my main complaint is just Ishtola. I really, really want her to have a character arc. Any character arc. I hope they do something with her in the future, because I feel like it's been ages. Like, she was around post Anne Walker, and she was did great stuff, and I know she has like a sort of like, she has a goal. She has a goal to go to other shards. There you go. I was gonna say planets, but I didn't feel right. Shards, and it's like I wish they would do something with her, because I don't know. I miss it. And we wait. And we wait. Bayuka gave us the good news. We made ready to set sail at the moment's notice. The only ones yet to life is Erenville himself. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Cleaners Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Trail. There'll be other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share the deck space. That's fine, Erenville. I doubt anyone expected we would have a ship all to ourselves. Not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concern, now is the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's still caring what it would be doing in Trail, yes? We've not forgotten. The nation of Torio is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession, and support your bid to become Dawn Servant. In addition to that, Alvnona have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Galmad seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Trail, we hope to learn more about how its mirrored cultures interact with one another, and how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, sort of insight that might help our friends in Ilzabad. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give the contest all due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You want to find out about your grandfather, right, Crown? Yes. As far as we could determine from the old missive I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Yet oddly enough, he had no record of the investigation or archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. As for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with Papa. He can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting you. In any case, you're not the only one with interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. So playing the part of a stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you tell me you've changed your mind? We will make you Dawn Servant by standing here and talking about it. Ah, a woman of action. Right then, if you are still committed to the journey, then I say you make ready to depart. A new world to explore. It's indeed Dawntrail. Got that confirmation. That's good to know. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. So okay, let's be honest here. If Astian took a boat from Limsa, that means he's probably on a different boat, right? That makes sense.
Savoring the
Urian J
feel your
and Tankard
excitement,
should be on this
eagerness to
boat, right?
explore the unknown.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. That's line from
Do
the
not
trailer.
be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels. Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bufiswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
It's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off! It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
There you go, there you go, there you go. Give me.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks.
There is gravity though.
We sail
It's
west,
so short.
as Kattenram did some 80 years past, bound for the new
Aye.
world, known to her children
At
as the
least it's
continent
smiling.
of Toral.
Get her up of there. I see so many people doing this during ocean fishing. It's
Just wait,
dangerous.
Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Waklamat.
Big ship. Doesn't look that far, right? It looks like the eastern voyage was a lot longer. At least map-wise, but you know.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Toral was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession. Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
Maybe a few.
Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
Yeah, that's alright. Oh, it's gonna be our first visit to Toral. Von Jane Kane is the name. I was working at Ish Kane's Aesthetic in Ola. You see, when my employment with them came to an end. I was right to Charlotte, and in the hopes of starting over while I was intent and failing to find a new job, I seized the chance to abort this vessel when I overtook from another passenger that suddenly opened. I'm told that Dawn servant welcomes our requires abortion, and so Toriel seemed like the perfect place to be anyway. Hopefully things will be better this time. We got 5. I see you're an Eorzea before. You great and famous hero. Ugh. I've had enough of playing simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain this deception, but with more of your Eorzeans coming to the rail, it's becoming practical. But our mercenary days are over. Too many of our war bound have fallen, so we have to fall into the garments. My story? Well, since you asked. I wanted to trace the historic journey of the great Catharan, you know? The first Eorzeans set foot on Trail, almost 80 years ago. The Maroon Jaw's leader is said to have welcomed Catharan with open arms, sent him home with a bounty of silver as a token of their friendship. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back. Potatoes, tomatoes, and corn spread across Eorzea like wildfire. His friend adventure led to a culinary revolution. The tales say Catharan returned to Trail several times after that. His ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. Even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end as a testament to the ocean's peril. Ah, you must be old there again. Adventure, I say. I am a merchant myself, based in Olda. Guess who I guessed correctly? Me. Especially imports and exports, or religion and tonality both. It is your first crossing himself, as they say. Do remember that the soldier Moors or others are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. So listen, it is not common for fairies races to refer to instead by the name of certain class. The Makode, the Hatsora. The Hardguard, the Ixora, that's not because every member of a given clan is one with the state race mind, but because many individuals of such race are associated with that clan. A fair assumption is in that case, but do not take care not to give offense. Sounds good. Do you want me to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will be the next in the Dawntrail shiny chair. There are 4 claims in the right of succession. Your young Wakrama being one of them, of course. But from what a Marjo Blood was telling me, the other 3 are all strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their coin with her promise. Kind of funny. You wanna go back to Old Shajara and you just go down the deck. That's it. Hi, from the front. Did you learn anything of interest? Yeah, thoughts, a lot. Oh, I hadn't heard about the clan names. You shouldn't have Waklamat and Ironville teachers the ones you should know. Actually, it's kind of a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all come in the cabin. Be stormy.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erenville, you were born in Tural, yes? Do many Viera live there?
The Shetona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
should lend what aid we can.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
Oh, the mast is raised. That's good.
The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
It is really scary. Oh, we didn't do that.
Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning. What an extraordinary life she must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
I mean, level 50 Drow, Leviathan.
Oklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts. Though
Level
one might have mistaken her
60
for another
Drow,
soul in
the
distress.
great white whale. Also, Magitech shield is required for that.
By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Have we made it? Blue seas, clear skies. I can say our destination will soon be in sight. Time. The sun is shining.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground.
Yeah, I get that. Felt that. Been there before.
Can't be much farther now, can it?
Look at the boobies.
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore.
too close and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Oh. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless
There's
possibilities.
I dare say our destination will soon be in sight. Enjoying yourself for a change?
Enjoying yourself for a change?
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
There you go. Now see this
At
here.
last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
I was wondering when she was going to take that off. Dawntrail. Yeah, it's a fun opening. I have to retake my tier list. Well, we know what we gotta do first. We grab that Etherite. I wonder if there's a... It's be a marketplace, right? I wanna check something.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulijola are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out, or...?
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
I'm looks amazing.
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tule Yolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
And when does those guys become a playable character?
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part? Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tule Yolal.
It's really pretty. It's really pretty. Oh, no. There, okay. I was like, huh? Well, despite the storm's effort to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. You've arrived in Dawntrail. You can return to the city at any time by speaking with the slightly salient Scolder Harbin Ultramar. Oh, I got here third. Oh god, they're gonna start giving me covers. Right then, first thing first. I'm still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. Okay, I think that's just a lie. You should get familiar with the city before the right of succession begins. The arguments here I should very much like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Aha! We were wondering who these strange folks were, so the third promise I found myself some new followers then. Followers. Well, come on, are you unwell? Oh, no. Couldn't be better. The third promise does not get seasick, no sir. As for my handpicked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me with the right of succession. I was to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. The group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if in the conflict of the third promise. Everyone will be curious, we certainly were. Sims have a tendency to command the respective full distance, but you're just so easy to approach. I enjoy it so much when you do. Please don't ever worry that you're a bother to me. You're very kind. Good day to you, third promise. Did have a point. Wukamai is suddenly here royalty here, like it or not, a personal station surrounded by as many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean, technically? You just remove it into groups to try to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then, huh? So you and Crown can come with me. I'll take the twins then. We'll get in touch once we had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps you should wait a bit, at least to don't walk around the nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Ugh. I find out, really, I can't sit around all day feeling sorry for myself, but the contest looming and all. Seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Rainfield already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with the shallow drafts can navigate the bay, mostly small fishing boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Dawntrail, the southern landmass. The plants there produce various goods for export. Their wares are unloaded here and carried off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Baffy should be our next stop. Yes, yes. Either right, either right. Here. Let's see how well this little tour guide guides us. It is Bayside Baffy, Dawntrail's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Alright, I should mention that there is Trail. We buy things with PAL, the currency that the Pluto created. Don't worry, more and more trades coming over from Marissa, so most shops are happy to accept your guild. There's also Wakame Kyumiku? Another mark to the east of you that can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. Next, we'll head back a bit, then northwards up the stairs to the southern plaza. I can't wait to see the look in your faces. So, think about grabbing this. And then going back. Wait, I want to check something. Okay, 655. Huh. I see. I assume I can't look at just yet because I'm level 100, huh? Guess that makes sense. That's warrior, that's my power. I have to do a leveling or something. What do you think of that, eh? Goodness me, you're right in Trail. I think I told you before, but my brother Kona spent 3 years studying in Star Island. He fell in love with the nation in space and brought back to us the knowledge of Aetherite construction. People warmed to the idea at once. What people warmed to the idea at once had one built immediately. If you do the tuning day, if you're ready to continue, we head down again to the slope to the side. Right at the top is a gate which leads to Dawntrail. Let's make stop at the bright boom post on the way though. That's the headquarters of the Lance Guide. Perfection. Go up. Whee. There is one here, right? There is. You have a lot of narrow winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see though, the buildings made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate the wagons. Rushing up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I also know where Pokemon gets her endless endurance. I don't need to. The story will give me a lot of speed. But the dungeon as pattern, right? I have to do some leveling. Keep that going for a bit. Every day. Ah, yes. There it is. There is the parkour. That's the parkour tower. Here we are, Backroom Post. The soldiers are sanctioned here are responsible for defending Dawntrail and preserving the peace. They're preserving the peace. Look into my eyes. Okay. The Ansgar are led by our nation's strongest warrior, and so naturally Papa has commended them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago, when Zora took over as commander. The title is no anti-honor. It means the first province is declared equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to. Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Oh, for now, actually, I should be around to hear it too. Oh, I skipped that. I'm so sorry. Accident difficult. Oh, actually, I'm going to go that way. To the big gate. Massive, isn't it? And on the outside is an equal massive bridge to watch. Both were constructed by the race of giants, the Yogyo. Technically speaking, Dawntrail is actually two separate continents. Dawntrail, the Sunlands of the Mother, and Dawntrail, the Sunlands of the Father, which lie beyond the bridge. I just say it used to be one great landmass, but long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle, and when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. Familiar sounding tale. I put in mind of the conflict in Highland and Zodiac. But getting back to Dawntrail, those lands are also part of Dawntrail nations, correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the people of the two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Dawntrail had been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their mirrored conflict that we finally had peace. That's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. Crossing the bridge to Dawntrail requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the rites discussion is over. I promise to get you one when I'm done with it, but until then, you just have to wait. I'll hold you to that. I'll do it. I'm gonna hold that to you. I've never broken my word. Once the throne is mine, that travel permit is yours. I'm gonna quickly grab a drink because my throat thing up. Give me 1 minute. Bye. We must have covered half the city by now. Dawntrail is unlike any other place I've visited. I'm truly enjoying myself. Six, 4, 5. Okay, well, that's not better than I had. What I had best next was the Arch of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the way. You have dirigibles too? Dawntrail certainly doesn't want methods for travel. You get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue. The Arch of the Dawn is on the way outside of the city, so speak up if you see something interesting as well. I think walking is better. I'll just walk. My place is pretty, so. Oh. Always remember to hydrate. I don't want to go too long. I feel like I'm straining on avoidance. Catching up. But I'm just ready to conceive how one could construct an entire city inside of a mountain. This orientation inside of Yok-Hok Temple, the giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Dawntrail to appease the gods who slumber in the great ocean trance. After Yok-Ho withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. So when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Trail. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through Westland Quarter, the biggest resident district in Trail. We climb these sets of stairs here, all the way up. Okay. I know I'm gonna go there at some point, so we can just head on straight out. Grab that one. I haven't grabbed that one. Okay. Papa's palace is called Wokok Shunza, which literally translates to Invincible Resilience. Invincible? We probably want to take a closer look, but we'll come back to the here later. Let's move on for now. The sheer scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what that carving at the top represents. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Baby mula mamuja. Baby. Okay, I need to get crowd. Thank you. That is the represent quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all Yok-Trail clans. Mamuja, Zebra, Expra? I don't know. Palu, Moblin, Hanu. We also have Tonawata, Hatsura, and Shitonas who move south from their ancient lands in Dawntrail. In essence, it's gathering people from every corner of Trail. The true representation of Trail's diverse character. The adornments on each building contribute to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's also beautiful. I like to think so. Go, we're clearing down the stairs. Got that one. I don't think I've ever used that one before. I've never seen such an enormous drum. What would one even use to beat such an instrument? Where? Where? What? Is that a drum? The big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasions, like honoring the Landscar's return from a dangerous duty. Tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. Earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think it was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. I'm shortcutting. They are dirigibles, not bad, eh? I heard on HR use airships to the sky, but you only find balloons in Trail. You have them for the exact same reason as the Eaterites. Connor brought them back to the plants from Charlton, but taught them fantastic construction. It was around 2 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to our settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. That's enough about dirigibles. The Arch of the Dawn awaits. Go grab that real quick. I don't think we ever come back here, do we? Last one here, and this one, and then I'm sure we can pick up. Oh, it's over there. Llama! Oh? This is it! The Arch of the Dawn. And the Giants were still here. It was known as Dawntrail Landgate. When Papa found it in Dawntrail, everyone began using its present name in honor of its great achievement. So his gate is Kozumauka. The wetlands south of the city, depending on what the right of succession asks for, you might end up going in that direction. Kozumauka. The name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed over here? Llama. Ah, those are alpacas. Oh. I'm stupid. There's some four-legged fiends. There's some. They seem quite pleasant to me. You're soon enough, Crown. You'll learn soon. Forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come on. Do it. We're doing it. Ah, these lovely ones. We're still under history of Dawntrail, and look no further. These stone pillars, you mean? What's special about these pillars, if I may ask? At a glance, they might look like ordinary stone decorations, but if you take a really good look, you see there's something much more interesting. Pictures? Wait, no, these are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed Mamuja. Oh, then this must be... That's right, it follows the exploits of my father, Kulu Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Dawntrail Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. That's a better way to learn how Dawntrail came to be. Study him as long as you like. Well, let's start left. Lay of the Brotherhood. The spirit tells the Lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to a foreign explorer. Cat something. I can never remember the name. You mean Keteram? Ah, that's the one. Keteram's arrival in Dawntrail is what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. It's that the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit, if not in blood. But no one knows what came of the explorer in later years. Keteram's disappearance is a mystery in Orzer as well. The records say they traveled between our lands and yours for a while, but it's assumed he was lost at sea. This one recounts the Lay of Free Past. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is one of Ixba, like me. For decades, the Ixba and Mamuja were at war for control of the forest of Yaktel. The action Papa took to the end conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Dawntrail. As a clan of Hadgar in Bolivia known as Helens, in their society, the women rule as queens and the men serve as devoted subjects. But here in Dawntrail, Ixar man and woman appear to be equal status. Automatically, culture can vary with location. Here we have the Lay of Reeds, the story of when Papa visited Hanu Hanu in the village of Kozamatuka. The people of all of them almost mistook for Vanu Vanu. Not for the colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Cloud, so no surprise he took interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with you Vanu, but our Hanu are a bright, cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. Let's see. Then was the Lay of Pots, which depicts the moblins from Kazumaka. You might wear old masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you will find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standards when it comes to gift giving. Here the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Dawntrail counterparts. We're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. I think we're good, yeah. Lay of Gold, the spirit shows one of the Pelu, whose homeland is in the Orcapaka. Having created a currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Dawntrail's markets, and their traveling predators are a common sight no matter where you go in Dawntrail. Don't let the size fool you, they might be mistaken as shown, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculating traders. The Lay of Proof. The big fellow is one of the Yokur, the largest Dawntrail's people. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Dawntrail. Having fought some reaches to heal, they then turned northwards, setting their sights on Dawntrail. You recall that the massive bridge they built beyond the Skygate. Sometime after launching the northern campaign, however, they just give up. They abandoned the lands they've conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Ogapaka. I've never even seen any of their kind so much set foot in the city. There was a people with the power and resources to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambition and place in Dawntrail history? This is one of my favorites. The Lay of Ice. It depicts the battle with the legendary Dawntrail Fidel, Valgliamanda. Paligalma. I should explain. A Dawntrail Fidra is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to preternatural power. Valerica Amanda is itself was duped to the Sky Ruin, a name earned from the destruction and terror it visited upon Dawntrail every time it stirred from its slumber. But 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end after a great struggle. Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Federal and seal it away in the Akropaka Mountains. Despite its reputation, however, Valkyrie Amanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you will see its likeness on Trail Nation emblem, and adoring independence at its palace. Ah, this one is still marked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Trail history, wherever that might be. How'd you feel of history then? Yes, thank you. Got to hear it. You know, I would feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprises you're seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while. Now, I think I'm ready to eat again. Let's go and have ourselves a bit of a local delicacy. Go, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. I should first get you. Alright, good. Wait. Oh, I haven't gotten this one yet. There we go. No, I believe. Put that one on display. Don't worry, let's just go up. Have you ever had tacos? They're a 20-hour classic. You bake over crunchy shell made from corn flour and it's filled with meat and salad. A lot of shops still sell them, but I caught it made here at Zabayev Care Best. Anyone right in front of me right now. Head downstairs and place an order with the old Rock Evil. Rock.
Brookevo! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Did you hear the Silver Scares are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils. Oh. Ah.
If it isn't the third promise.
What the?
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us! Such an honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiolan. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Ha! Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed Mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubico and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamat know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
So it goes.
Nice. I was looking forward to trying some authentic Toriel cuisine, but we should hurry and join Alphnol and the others at the palace. Alright, it's a bit of a climb to the top, but you can head up from the restaurant quarter, or even the eastern side of Fallen March if you prefer. Now, if you have an idea of how the city lay out, I'll let you find your own way to Vologsunsa. Ah, my poor empty belly. First of all, I would like to grab that one. Okay, in my defense, I should clean this up. Yeah. Perfection, and it's indeed the last one. The big gate. The armor looks really cool. I definitely enjoyed it. Perfect. Look at this place too. I love the lightning here. Sure. You made it! Good! Then we're all here. I'm still hungry enough to eat a whole roasted calabi, but the contest won't wait for us forever. Give me more. We've gained to twins in the city as best I could in a short time. Your unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invaluable something would catch your eyes, exploring them to run down an ally. The investigate was like running a pair of unruly curves. Curves. I understand all too well. Carolina had the same effect on me. Right then, last time we saw the inside of the palace, probably wanted to know I'm home and to meet the others I've chosen. Given my own personal fears though, there's no telling that we might be in for. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
What's the point? Why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter. Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that woman there.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Taral.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
Huh. He's been to east.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi. A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, Don Servant.
He was quick with that.
I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies. Ha! Old-tempered still. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
The coolest. He still has the coolest weapon. I wonder if I get that. Technically, this may be a rare version.
The claimants are assembled.
Planetary symbols.
The first promise, Zorolja. The second promise, Ona. The third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja. You four will compete in the rite of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away, and it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young, and so I look to thee always for inspiration. The rite of succession, the means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulcha at all. So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against. Oh, though it seems the One-Head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shok Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Tural and find the City of Gold.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Kona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer as proof my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own four eyes.
Ooh. The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions, and we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same, but in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
I can't help but they look like a cookie, I know. They look like a cookie, I know. And it's a really, really good cookie. I can't help it, but every time I see it, I think about
Think
about that
retrace
cookie.
the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja just successor and be done with it.
The rite of cessation begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. And Clement, remember to collect your tablets before you leave. You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession. But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galov.
That's very nice.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this? Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
I'm fine with that.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
Ah! I want to see where this journey leads to. Yes. I do. I will buy 9 more expansions if I have to. Square Enix, take all my money.
I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Resilient Sun!
Here they come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Saralja. Take heart, tiller of the soil.
The Resilient son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Saralja, the first promise and commander of the Landsguard. Saralja, the palace seer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Saralja is indeed the natural child of Gulul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children, yet Saralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Saralja, the warmonger.
The Monger's War.
Prion. Are you alright?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's ambitions. Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new.
You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the rite of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always.
That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Sharlian's own studium.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Sharlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
Baku Jaja.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser claimants. Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyola. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your deity.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. A pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
wish for one thing and one thing only, third promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliyollal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious third promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's promise, I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
And the shade.
It's fine. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling. Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Okay. Those are the major cutscenes out of the way. Oh, so much for the belief we were united mind. Papa's not the one to waste time when he decides to act. I'm used to it by now, of course, but others are often caught off guard. In any case, you should talk about how we're going to find a city of gold. All we have to do to work with are the 7 tablets and the connection to the tutorial site. I suggest first combining the tablets against the pillars. We could check for any discrepancies between them. Good idea. Let's go and take a look. We're away from this area. Okay, that is a good beginning to Dawntrail. I am losing kind of focus now. I'll do something else. Might play tomorrow, might stream tomorrow. I don't know. That's how I feel. I have something Tuesday that gives me anxiety, so I might feel a bit worse off tomorrow. So, but I'm gonna quit here. I am not gonna do a raid this time because I wanna hop in PC. So, okay, thanks for being here, and I hope you have a good day. Love you all. Thank you. I'll catch you on another day. Bye bye.